what I got.
Hello.
Fresh.
Hello Fresh. So this week we decided to try out Hello Fresh, which is the second time we've ordered something. Last week the other video was
Sunbasket.
Sunbasket. So Hello Fresh, we are going to open up this box. We're going to find out how it's packaged, what's inside.
Yep.
Actually, she knows what's inside.
I know what's inside. So
All right. So this time, last box, we got how many meals?
we get 3 meals for Sunbasket. This is 2 meals for 2 people. It's a classic plan, which it will have everything from fish, beef, chicken, and you get to substitute.
Then, so open a box. What do we got inside?
A welcome, basically how to get started.
How
So
to-
downloading the app, how to order, which you would already know because you've ordered it, but
So very much like the last one, I guess you can do this from your phone.
you can. That's how I did it.
That's how you did it. All right. So what do we got inside? What else?
Recipe cards.
Recipe
You
card.
have butternut squash and sage risotto, and all your instructions are on the back.
Lemon butter barramundi, which is a fish. All right. So what else we got? Let's take the rest of this stuff out. Delicious deals, coupons. What else? Oh, that makes it official.
It's a treat, like caramel, chocolate.
I like treats.
There you go.
Treats are good. All right. So overall packaging, I would say right off the bat, the
Sunbasket.
Sunbasket. Sunbasket was packaged a little bit better. I don't know. What do you think?
It's a little more insulated with cold packs, I would say, Sunbasket.
Yeah, the
versus
Sunbasket cold packets were a lot colder. I mean, this stuff is
around
definitely
it's like thermal rather than this poppy paper.
it's definitely cold, but it's not cold like it was. All right, so we have here the butternut squash and sage. What's that? Risotto. Risotto. It'd be nice if I could read. Don't think I'm dumb. Look at how it's written. It's kind of fake.
Well, they saw the recipe cards.
Yeah. Here we have the lemon butter barramundi. So those are the 2 bags. In the bottom, it looks like we have the barramundi.
Is that it?
And yeah, but I want to see the ice pack to kind of get a comparison. That's the ice pack. So very, very similar to the one we got from Sunbasket, but for what it's worth, empty non-toxic content. Okay, so they both look like they give you eco-friendly,
You
like
can recycle everything.
yeah. So that's a plus. People always want to know that. So, all right. So just like last time, we're gonna open it up and see what the first glimpse. You go do that one.
All right, so everything's pretty much the same. It's all packaged individually. Is it labeled? Nope. Not that you wouldn't know what these are, but I don't see labels on anything.
All right. I mean this. So you know for the sage.
Now this stuff is, that is, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they just don't know on the bag though.
Do you know? Is it organic?
That I don't know. It didn't advertise it like
does
Sunbasket
not
does.
say organic on here. Butternut squash looks good.
It doesn't say it on the recipe thing either.
Okay. Yeah, nothing on here. It does look good. These are nicely cut. So that's one thing that I noticed already. Some stuff is cut. Actually, no. This is the only thing cut. The onion and all
And
that.
I have a lemon and then a seasoning packet, and that's it.
Very much like last time, we're gonna do what?
Cook it.
We're gonna cook
And
it
eat it.
and eat it, and we're gonna share it with you. We're gonna let you know what we think on this episode of.
Nelson's Notes.
What are we making first?
Barramundi with, lemon butter barramundi, this one. And what does it come with? You have the recipe card.
So this is the one with like the carrots.
Pistachio rice and chili roasted carrots.
That's what we're making first. So let's do it. So anyway, HelloFresh. We obviously tried it. We only did the 2 meals. What did we think about the 2 meals? So how was the ordering? The signing up for the package, how was that like, since I didn't do that?
Simple. I did everything online, same as Sunbasket. I got an offer in my email, which is how this came about. So I ended up.
No, it came about because I asked you.
No.
Well, we decided to just feature it.
It came up in my email as
Okay.
they were giving a special. So it was basically for $11.
Okay,
we
let her
got
tell
the
the
2
story.
meals. Anyway,
Was it easy?
very easy.
It was easy. Okay.
I signed up online, but then it prompted me to download the app, which is just easier for me because I was able to just do things when I just wasn't sitting at a computer.
Apps in general are just easy for everyone because
Yeah.
they're on your phone and they're easy. Food came, everything came on time.
did.
Everything came on time. I stopped past the house by lunchtime and it was here. The box was well put together. Quality of the food.
No complaints.
Okay.
We had a fish option. The fish was fresh, well packaged.
Yes. Like the carrots, they were big, nice, bright colors.
Even the
what was
herbs, which usually end up getting kind of wilted, like we had sage and like green onions, sometimes are questionable.
What was in the risotto?
That was the butternut squash.
Butternut squash. That was cool. I didn't like the fact that it came already cut. I don't know why. I guess it's for a lot of people, cutting butternut squash could be a challenge.
Well, and easy packaging, and they can peel
Easy
it and chop
packaging
it for you.
Okay, yeah, that too. What about like the recipes? How unique were the recipes?
No problems with the recipes. I mean, what do you mean?
Like, were they
Like,
unique? Like,
no.
no.
Because
Okay.
all of the ingredients, there wasn't anything that we were unfamiliar with or haven't used. And again, these are just based off the 2 recipes that we selected. Not that that's the case
Yeah.
all the time. Now, maybe the only thing is the fish. We can't get
The
barramundi
barramundi?
at the grocery store. Like, I haven't seen it where we go. I mean, now
Yeah.
maybe a fish market.
Yeah, I would say the 2 recipes, they weren't extravagant. There weren't anything like over the top, but I mean, I guess we also don't make risotto. So that part was like somewhat unique to me, just because we don't really make risotto at home very often. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, no, I would say that they were pretty average as far as like their creative genius.
Yes.
How did it taste?
Taste. Let me go back to think.
If you have to think about it, that's not a good
Well,
sign.
no, because we had 2, so I need to separate the 2 and remember eating it. I really like the barramundi option with the rice. I guess this goes back to the uniqueness of them. We had pistachios and the rice. I like that, and it's weird, but when it all comes together, it was.
I
actually
didn't
really
care for
good.
that because I just don't like nuts.
You don't like nuts, so-
you know, that's not my thing. I did like the rice overall, whatever type of rice it was real fluffy and it
Jasmine.
was jasmine rice. And it was cool with just the way they have us put it together, like the stock, whatever that was about, and
Had
the
scallions,
scallions.
stuff you wouldn't think to do to your rice at home, which now you think like, you know what, I could do that. I could
Yeah, it's simple.
butter, garlic, green onions, and make it my rice.
I
Yeah.
thought the food was good, but not like holy smokes good. It's not something where I was like, ooh, or I wouldn't finish my plate, or it's not something that would keep me from ordering again in the future.
Same.
Oh,
So
what was the thing you didn't like when you were making it?
it was the stock.
Yeah, when making the stock, it was so for someone who doesn't spend a lot of time in the kitchen. We're not going to say that we're chefs or spends that much time in the kitchen, but it took a few seconds to realize that you had to use what was in the packet and mix it with the water,
With
right?
a cup of water to
to
make
make
your
the
stock.
stock because
Right.
the instructions within the recipe really weren't that clear. So there was a little bit of guesswork in that.
For someone
We-
who this is new to and they're just trying to want to learn to cook, it could have been an issue where they may have been like, hey, what do I do? Seriously, like
Yeah.
I sat there and I'm like, well, it doesn't make sense because it was a packet of like this concentrate that was this big. I'm like, that's not a cup.
Yeah.
So
that little bit of guesswork could have been the result in a horrible
And
meal
the
and experience.
cooking time of the risotto, because if you would have based it off of what the recipe was, you would have been eating some raw.
All right, so Slice and the
taste
Mission
to that.
had to get the baby. We were talking about the taste. So yeah, overall, I thought the food was good. I would order it again. I'll say that much.
Well, but I
Always a
think
well.
you say that based on not for us. Again, there's not too many meal recipe options for us.
For those who don't eat red meat
Any
or
meat,
poultry,
and yeah, it's very limited on fish options or seafood, I want to say. So unless you want to bank on like a vegetarian option, which you don't always want, a lot of it is pork, beef, and chicken.
yeah.
But remember the thing I told you before when I first went on? I went to go pick our recipes. Well, what I noticed is at the top, they'll give you 3 like maybe featured recipes, which of course there's one that grabbed my eye right away. It was like scallops and a risotto dish. I'm like, oh, well, what you have to realize is those top 3.
Oh, you mentioned this.
They're not included. They're extra per serving. So like that one that I wanted, it was like I had to pay on top of what the plan was, $6 per serving for just getting that recipe, which kind of bummed me out because of course I wanted that one, but just trying it, I wasn't willing to.
I don't know how I feel about that. I think it's okay to offer that as a service, but I guess it sounds to me like the way that they present it, where you put it at the top of the list and almost dangle that carrot.
Of course, because I weigh the option.
Yeah, you know, I think to have the customer aware that product, that there are additional options out there exist, and maybe put them in a separate like category or tasks, you know, or not task, but tab. Don't lure me in with the Lexus and then give me the Toyota, right? What about, well, you know what? Just final thoughts. What are your overall, you know, you got to turn the baby around. Everybody's gonna, you can't just show the back of the head of a baby.
Just being trying to be comfortable. Overall, not
just
bad.
Being stubborn.
It's just having the options for us as different recipes that, based on things that we eat. I mean, overall, I would consider them. And for anyone who kind of eats everything, it's probably, I think it's great.
I think that's pretty much a blanket statement for a lot of the ones across the board. At that point, it's just what do you like best about each one?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so my final thoughts overall, meal sizes were pretty good. I did think the food quality and food taste overall was pretty good. They did take a little bit longer to make in comparison to some of the other food delivery service meals that we've made. But overall, I would say that it's a relatively pleasant experience. Food, you know, at the end of the day, it's did you like the food? And I would say that I did. So, and it was delivered on time, which makes things easy, and it takes. You don't have to go to the grocery store.
I didn't have to go anywhere. I came home and everything was here. Yep.
So that is HelloFresh. Yeah, that's HelloFresh.
That's HelloFresh.
That's HelloFresh. So with that, that's this episode of Nelson's Notes. You got to see the baby, kind of parts-ish. Check in with us next time. You never know what we're gonna review or what we're gonna do. Till then.
See ya.